The heat is on! The heat is on! Oh yeah! Hello everybody! I'm Tupperware Pete. We are in the middle of a heat wave here in southeast Queensland. How are you? What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? Are you -3 degrees where it's warmer in the fridge than it is outside? Or are you like us in some parts of Australia where it's like the hottest day in 95 years or something ridiculous, alright? So I thought I would pop on and make homemade ice blocks, alright? So these are the Tupperware lolli-tups. You might remember the previous design from like your grandma and your aunties had, alright? They've improved the design. It's so much easier to use. Let me show you. They all clip together like that, right? Now in here, this here, let me just show you. You pour all your, your Milo or your fruit juice or whatever it is whatever drink or whatever that you want to pop into here first, right? Then all you do is you seal it, right? Then, when it comes time for releasing it, just cold water, just a little bit of cold water, that'll help release the seal. You open up this tab, you open up this tab, that all comes out and you pop this on the top here, right? So now you've got your ice block in here, you can do that, and see all the little holes? See the holes? They drip into there instead of all over your hand, so when you're finished, you can just go, thank you very much, waste not, what not, and you can just pop them in the dishwasher or a gentle, soft hand wash when you're done. When I'm finished, I actually just keep everything in a square number 4. I just pop all of my bits and pieces straight into there when I'm done. So that way I always know where they are. So I thought, you know what? Why haven't I made these before? I may as well show you all how to do it, all right? So I'll pull these all back out here, right? And we will get cracking. I'm going to do I've got some leftover coconut cream. I've got some leftover coconut milk. Did you see that video that I did? Have a look around. Give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me a follow. You'll see the videos in there, all right? So I'm going to do I've got still leftover limes. Did you see those videos that I've done? So I've got leftover limes, I've got some leftover coconut cream, leftover coconut milk. I know I keep saying I've found one last tin of mango in the cupboard, but believe it or not, I found one last tin of mango in the cupboard, all right? So let's use this up. Let's grab our Tupperware can opener. Now, I love these because they're left-handed, right-handed. Whether you've got arthritis, you just pop that straight onto there, right? Give it a turn, left-handed or right-handed. Just turn it in a clockwise direction. And once you've done that full 360, did you hear that click? Sometimes you don't hear that click, but you will feel the pressure ease a little bit, right? So you open up the arms, and then you just have a look there. It looks like you haven't opened them. Don't grab another can and try it again, right? What you do is you grab this, see the little beak? You open up the arms, you hook that beak over the rim, close up the arms, one hand on the can and the other hand just lifts up, and this has never touched any food. There's no need to ever wash it. You go over to the bin, that goes into the bin, and that is still clean as, hasn't come in contact with any food. You pop that back into the cupboard and away you go. Now this, no sharp edges. Mango juice. No sharp edges whatsoever. So you can upcycle these. It's very safe if you've got children, dogs or partners that are bin divers. They're never going to slice open themselves. It's very safe in design. I've got this, you know what it's called? No need to ask, it's a smooth chopper-rator. It is a smooth chopper-rator. It's a Supersonic Chopper is what it's called, all right? They're the blades. You just remove the blade covers. They're the blades in there. That sits on the little peg in there, right? Underneath here, there's your anti-slip grip. That stops it from sliding around on the bench top once you've applied it properly. And then there are measurements up the side. Okay, so whether you've got measurements in, what size is this? This is 1200 mils. So that's 1200 mils up. Can you see? There we go. Can you see those lines up into there? So in 100 mil increments, you've got all the way up to 1200 mil. If you turn it around, you've got measurements up to 5 cups and up to 40 ounces. So I'm in Australia. We don't really use the ounces here, but we do use the cups. So this is measured in 1 cup increments, and there is a fill line. Please respect the fill line. If you're chopping up vegetables or whipping cream, respect that fill line because it creates a vortex and it's going to be a lot easier to use on your wrists, all right? This here, there's your collar. You pop your collar onto there. and this is the top. They've reinvented the design in here as well. So what you do is you press this button down and give that a twist. That reveals all the inner workings in here. They've reinforced this cord. They've turned it into a nylon cord. So if you want to air it out, you can still click that in and you can still air out your cord. All right, you can do that, okay? Now in here, see this little chamber? That's where the water fills up, so it prevents water from filling up into here. So you can just open it up. You can give it a wipe out, or you don't have to. That's entirely up to you, all right? How awesome is that? Okay, so I digress. We're going to put in a tin of mango, juice and all. Juice and all, right? Mango. Now I've got some leftover coconut cream in my Tupperware Clearmates. They're the only straight-sided container that you can express the air out of to make them liquid tight as well as airtight. So and I've got some coconut milk, leftover coconut milk. Oh, you should smell this. How awesome is this, right? Now what we've got, let's just double check we haven't, let's double check we've respected the fill line. Yes, we have. So it's just under. I don't know if you can see that. See, it's just under the fill line. So let's have a go. Normally I don't fill it this much, but I'll try anything once, right? So all you have to do is just... Can you see this? See how it creates that vortex? It's like a little whirlpool. So if you have it any higher than the fill line, you may get a bit of spillage. Ah. Yum, oh, look at that. Mango and coconut. What I'm going to do is throw in some limes. I got given a whole bunch of limes. I've still got a few left. How awesome is this, right? We'll just do our Tupperware flexible cutting mat. Actually, incidentally, when you are chopping up anything citrus or acidic, tomatoes, pineapples, oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruits, it's best if you can use a serrated knife, because then the acid in whatever you're chopping up won't blunten the blade as quickly as what it would as if it was a, you know what I mean? Like if it's a straight blade, it'll blunten quicker than if it's a serrated blade. And all of the Tupperware serrated blades, whether they're the A series with the handles or whether they are the bread knife, you know, the Mastro bread knife, all of the serrated ones, they're serrated on one side. Can you see this? Serrated on one side. They're actually smooth on the other side, which means you can use the Tupperware knife sharpener to sharpen a Tupperware serrated knife at home without having to professionally get it done, right? So that's that. All right, we'll pop that away. So, exactly the same. See how it's smooth on one side and it's serrated on the other side. It's going to extend the life of the knife, all right? So you've got your, let's just chop that lime up. You know what I'm like, I digress. I've got my zest and press. I can add some zest if I want to. I'm not going to mess about with the zest today, but I am going to do the juice. There's half a lime. We'll pop that away. We'll pop the other half in there as well. I've just got the juice of... That's a fairly juicy lime. Look how there's like minimal waste. It gets all that juice out. I love it, right? So we've got that into there. Let's just pop the top on and we will just get that lime emulsified out. When you're with the blades, when you're working in the kitchen with this Supersonic Chopper, doesn't matter which size, you can just pop the blades up in there and then that protects... Not only does it protect the blades and the surface that you're working on, but if there's any drips, it goes into here instead of all over your bench top. So we'll just pop that straight over to there. Then, it's just a matter of filling them up. Filling that up. You pop the top on. It works better on a flat surface. All right, and so there's my first one. Okay, how awesome is that? Let's grab, oh, there's the next one. Just pull all these tops off. Yummo. It's like a pine, lime, coconut. I don't like pina coladas or having drinks with Lorraine. Who's Lorraine? I'm not sure. All right, so we'll just pour these straight into here. Yum-oh. It's a great summertime treat. In the summertime when the weather is fine. Oh, yum-oh. Now you can add whatever you want to in here. If you want to do jelly, you can do jelly. You just got a tin of fruit, you just want to use fruit juice, not a problem. You want cordial, you can turn them into adult drinks if that's tickles your fancy. Alright, so we'll just come along and we will seal all of those straight into here. Then what I'm going to do, you can just pop them straight into the fridge, into the freezer rather, to freeze. Leave them in for, I don't know, a good... Then what I'm going to do, you can just pop them straight into the fridge, into the freezer rather, to freeze. Leave them in for, I don't know, a good couple of hours, or overnight's even better. You can clip them together. So can you see? See how they just clip together perfectly? If I wanted to, you know the Tupperware Ultra Pro that goes into the freezer, the microwave, the gas oven, the electric oven, the wood oven? This is the lasagna dish, which makes great apple crumble as well. I can grab one of those and I can just pop them straight onto here. Clip them in. Clip them into there. And you know, you can colour code them. You know, if someone's... You can go, no, the pink ones are for mummy and daddy. Or, you know, oh, don't touch the yellow ones, they've got peanuts in them. Or, do you know what I mean? You can do all of those sorts of things. There we go. I can just pop that straight into the freezer. I can freeze that and I can come back to a beautiful frozen treat. Let's just pop that aside over there for now. What we'll do with these leftovers is these are the Tupperware ice cube trays. You've probably seen them. Actually, did you know Tupperware use fruits and vegetables to colour their products, which is why sometimes they're slightly different colours. Did you know that? It's all non-toxic, all right? So what you do is you grab the tab, you peel the seal. There is, in the Tupperware trays, they give you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So they give you 2 more than the standard ice cube trays, right? They've got these little silicone buttons on the bottom that help you pop out whatever you've got into here. So it doesn't matter if you've got cream or chocolate or tomato paste, or I sometimes blitz up strawberries and do frozen strawberries, whether you've just got ice cubes in here as well. Baby food is perfect for in here. Each one holds about a tablespoon, so about 20 mils. If you are filling it up with water, what you do is, we'll just seal that, right? See here? You take this over to the sink. You fill that straight up to the water, and you see? There's the maximum line right here. So you fill your water up to the maximum line, you seal that, just give it a shake, and you pop that straight into the freezer, and there you won't have to, you know how you... And you know how some freezers, you get a freezer burn, or some, if they're not in a sealed container, sometimes they just evaporate in the freezer if you've got a fan force freezer. So that will help prevent all of that as well. All right, so I digress. You know what I'm like. Let's just... I need my glasses. Let's just pour these into here. So we've got a beautiful pine lime... No, what is it? It's a mango coconut lime ice block, which means if we're having apple crumble or pancakes or something like that, what a nice alternative. You just grab a few of those. That's just, all that is just coconut, mango and lime juice. Sugar-free, preservative-free. I know exactly what I'm eating. All right, that one there, we'll just pop a little bit more into there. How awesome is that? So we can just pop that straight in. We can seal that. And I'm going to pop that into the freezer. I'm going to make you a mixed berry ice cream while I'm here, right? So let's just pop this into the freezer. And I'll pull out the berries. And I'll pull out the cream. Hopefully that's cold enough, right? So we will... We'll see. I've got some mixed berries. I've got 300 mils of cream. Let's just give this a wipe down over here. And we will just move that out of the way. Let's grab our freezer containers. You know, Tupperware's the only company in the world that makes containers specifically for the freezer. All right, so grab our mixed berries. We'll just pop this straight over the top. Most people are going to say, oh yeah, but you just use the Ziploc. Have you ever had the Ziploc go? break. Oh, mixed berries, tell me what's wrong. And sometimes you end up with little berries having a party over in the corner all by themselves, and you've got to get rid of that every time you defrost the freezer. Tupperware will make it a lot easier for you. What I'm going to do is just grab these scissors. I will just, there we go, grab the scissors. Let's just move them aside. We will grab our, on the bottom it tells you how much it holds. So this one holds 1 litre, which means a litre, which means a kilo bag of mixed berries is going to fit in there perfectly. All right, so there's my mixed berries. How delicious is that, right? So while we're waiting, a kilo bag of mixed berries is going to fit in there perfectly. All right, so there's my mixed berries. How delicious is that, right? So while we're waiting, we'll grab our Supersonic Chopper. We'll take the blades out and we will replace them with the paddle whisk. I love the design on this. Tupperware truly is extraordinary design for everyday living. Look at the design on that. That will do everything your double beaters will do without electricity. So when you're using it, it's a zero carbon footprint handheld blender, all right? Awesome. We're going to pop that straight into there. We've got the Tupperware cup measurements. There's a set of 6 cup measurements. I've got my cup measure, and I'm just going to measure up with love, roughly a cup full of frozen berries, right? Oh, no, we won't do the paddle whisk, we'll do the blades. Okay, there we go. We'll pop that into there. We'll just throw a little bit more in. All right, there we go. All right, now what we're going to do is we're just going to add in a little bit more in. All right, there we go. All right, now what we're going to do is we're just going to add in a little bit of vanilla. About a cupful, about a teaspoon. That's vanilla. I've got vanilla extract. I've got some icing sugar. So let me just... Oh, we'll grab a spoon. Most of the lunch sets come with spoons, which is really awesome. I've just got a couple of tablespoons of icing sugar in there. That's going to help the cream hold its form a little bit longer. I've got to work quickly because everything's melting in the kitchen, so who knows how long this is going to take. I've got 300 mils of cream. Are we ready? Okay. We're not going to use the funnel. We're going to pop this straight into here. Let's have a go. Throw on your favourite Spotify playlist. You get a cardiovascular workout happening in the privacy of your own home. All right, let's just... Can you see? Look at this. That's 30, 35 pulls. It's slowly thickening up. All right. We will just... Alrighty, I reckon, or no, let's just replace those with the paddle whisk. Now that those mixed berries are done, and let's get that's better. Now that those mixed berries are done, and let's get that's better. The blades had to chop up the berries and mix that all up with the cream. Now this is like your double beaters. And you can feel it. Look at this. It's like a soft serve. It's absolutely yummo. Oh, it's like a soft serve ice cream. So what I'm going to do is grab my ice cream scoop. I've got my little... This is like an individual serve. How awesome is that? We're going to pop that. There's a few scoops of that into there. And I will just give this a wipe down. We'll just pop a few berries on the top. There's my soft serve ice cream. I'm going to pop that into the fridge and I'll have that as a little dessert later on. I'm going to finish popping these into my freezer containers. I'm going to go now. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help. And if you want to see a recipe, let me know. I'm always open to more recipes as well. And let me know where you're watching from. I love that as well. Now,